broad spectrum of history shows us that politics is either filled with moments of glory or with moments of filth. But most of the time, there is something in between that is neither black nor completely white, but more of a gray area that we fail to think about. Greetings to all. Honorable jury person and audience member, postmortem of politics is a very catchy and tempting statement that tempted me as a student to put forth my constructive on a matter of great concern. But before we parley with the motion, it is imperative to address a very serious question. That has politics really died that we are coming here on an online platform to discuss about its postmortem? An answer to this question is quite subjective in nature, implying to the fact that politics as a means to hold and achieve wealth is strongly alive for those 100 capitalists whose income comprises of 6% of entire country's GDP. Politics is alive for those nefarious politicians and their family members who intimidate constable and police officers on duty for stopping them on the violation of lockdown rules. Politics is very much alive for those political stalwarts who have narrowed down the meaning of democracy to merely winning election through any means, inclusive of by selling and purchasing of MLAs and MPs like commodities. But ladies and gentlemen, politics as a means to advance justice, liberty and human dignity seems to be not so alive for a child who is playing alongside the dead body of his mother thinking she's sleeping, but who apparently died out of starvation because of lack of food supply. Politics is just a dead matter for a section of society which proudly categorize themselves as apolitical and for whom politics is just about once a 5-year festival known as elections that is apparently an additional holiday for them to celebrate with their family and friends. Politics is dead for thousands of migrants and 27 million youth in the age group of 20 to 30 years who lost their jobs in April 2020 as per Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. But ladies and gentlemen, it is very ironical that the same migrants and the very same youth is looking up to the current politics and governance of a country for certain remedy measures. This is the bottom line of today's motion, that it is not an easy task to decide the death of an politics. But postmortem of politics is still possible by analyzing the causes behind these trends. To begin with these causes, if we are to trace the origin of politics, we can assure ourselves that politics is not a new phenomena, because one can go back to the ancient city-states of Greece or to the courts of Asian kingdoms where there used to take place debates, discussion and opposition's view were at least recognized. In the same spirit, I am reminded of an ancient Indian saying which goes like Vade Vade Jayate Tat Bodha, which means it is through articulation of diverse opinions that the truth will be finally revealed. But in the contemporary political discourse, we as a society are failing to honor and recognize the culture of words and healthy discussions. We weaponize our words merely to paint our political opponents as inherently evil, stupid or weak. That puts the very foundation of our participatory politics in peril. In the end, our aim is not to achieve the homogeneous postmortem or analysis of politics. Our aim is to re-envision and reimagine politics for what it is essentially meant. That can be achieved by returning to the pre-polarization of politics that consists of modernity, civility and more aware masses that have the full potential to correct the course of time. Thank you.